Welcome back. In our previous video, we were still doing the modeling of our different modules. We had done for the coupons and the store banners successfully. So today we are going to continue looking at the categories, products, and even other modules. Okay. So we had looked at the category and the markets. They had a many-to-many relationship, whereby we said that a category, more especially the category, belongs to multiple markets, and this is where the whole logic, I think, of the multi vendor will have to trickle belong, because if you think about it, the markets and the farmers should be able to create a new market, and when they create a market, then they should be able to associate or to add categories. On the other hand, when the admin creates categories, these categories are going to be associated with multiple markets. Okay, so that one forms a many-to-many relationship. Now, a many-to-many relationship is not easy to module, more especially when it comes to Prisma and MongoDB. There is what they explain about the imprist and the exprist, and that is more especially if you are using the MySQL database or relation database. But then if you're using MongoDB, I think I found a documentation here, and I also linked it in our notes. If you go to our notes, there is why I have here modules, and I put this documentation explaining about the many-to-many relationship, and they say here in MongoDB, okay, that in MongoDB the many-to-many relationship is presented by relation fields on both sides that each have at relation attribute with mandatory fields and reference arguments. A scalar list of reference IDs on each side with a type that matches the IDs or the fields on the other side. So what they're trying to say is, for instance, if you have a post and a category, which I think this is a good example. They have a post, okay, an admin can come and create categories. So you can create categories. Now the posts are just like the markets, I think. So you can see that the category also will have these posts, and they are using these post IDs and the posts, so the category will be associated with the posts, and then they make a relationship where they have post IDs, of course, as MongoDB object IDs, and then they make a relationship that the fields post IDs, they reference to this post ID in the post module, and they do the same thing onto the post. They have the category IDs, and then they have the categories, and then they're referencing the categories IDs in this post. They reference to the IDs in the category model. Okay, they go ahead and they try to explain all this here. The fields on the both sides of the relation must have a list type, blah blah, and all that kind of stuff. So I tried to create a similar one, whereby we have, for instance, like the category, and you can see here in the category I have market IDs, okay, and then also I have the markets. So I have these markets. You can see here you have of course we have all these, the normal ones: ID, item, slug, image URL, and description. But the most ones to focus on are these many-to-many relationship, where I have market IDs as a string, and then I also have here markets, just like this. And if you just go the same thing I did to the market, and the market I have here also these categories. I'm just going to first shift these ones down. You can see I just went ahead and have also the same thing, category IDs and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm just going to do is adding these ones, and we see how if they can just work out what we want. So I'm just going to copy this and then simply go to, I do not want to close that, just simply go to the Prisma schema. Okay, just go to Prisma schema here, and let's add this category, and let's go ahead and add also for the market. Okay, just add this for the market down in here, and finally let's add the product. So the product has a one-to-many relationship with the category. That is very easy. We're just going to, I think the most hard one is the, and let me just I think take one example to explain these relationships. So we have about 3 relationships. Just write here relationships. Okay, relationships. The first one you can think of is a one-to-one. So we have a one-to-one relationship. Okay, relationship. And then we have a one-to-many. We have a one-to-many. And then finally we have a many-to-many. So we have many-to-many. Okay, and actually just if you just look at them, they have these kind of, so this is a many-to-many. Okay, so in this example, for instance, we are going to see it when we have a user. Okay, for instance, if you have a user and within this user you have a profile. Okay, in the user we can just say user profile relationship. This is a user profile relationship whereby one profile belongs to one user. Okay, you cannot have multiple profiles belong to multiple. You have one profile in the user that one profile that belongs to a single user, and the single user can have only a single profile. That is a typical one-to-one relationship, and we'll look at this because as you are going to see, we are going to create users, and actually users are going to have profiles, and then even the companies, the other users, we have organizations. So that will be a typical one-to-one. Now we have a one-to-many. Okay, and this is, I think, a category product. So this is a category product relationship, this here. Okay, this this is the category product kind of relationship. So you can see that a product can belong to one category. Okay, but a category can have multiple products. Okay, so you can find one category has many products, but one product can belong to only single category. So that is becomes a one-to-many relationship. And then of course we have this many-to-many, where actually we have seen the market, the market here, the market category relationship we are having right now, whereby many categories, or a category can belong to a multiple markets, and actually multiple markets can also have multiple categories. So you can see this is a many-to-many. A single market can have many categories, but still even one category can belong to many many markets. Okay. And that one leads us to this relationship. Okay, so the category, as we have seen, it can has its own stuff here, but now, for instance, since it has also a one-to-many with the products, down here you can see it has a list of products, and when you go to the products, you will see that a product can belong to only a single category. Okay, in the product module, you will see that here you can have only one category, like it can belong to only a single category. That's why we have the category ID, and then it belongs to this category ID. But when you come back to this market and the category, you will see that a category can be associated with many markets. Okay, and at the same time, a market can have multiple categories. Okay, so we have this. I'm just going to go ahead and go back to this. I'm just going to go back to categories page here. Okay, where we have this. Now, one thing I did not want to do is I'm just going to remove these markets, because when we are creating the category, there will be no markets at that point. Okay, and I think I should just like leave them there. I can simply just maybe make it an empty array and just keep it there. Okay, we are just going to have this on creation, because when an admin is creating categories, there will be no markets yet. So you can just like put this one, and then I can just go ahead and remove this the select input. I'm just going to remove it. Okay, or I can just like maybe, yeah, I just like remove it, and then here I'm just going to also remove this one to make it a full width. Let's just go back and see what we have. So now we have the categories. Okay, we have the categories, and after making the module, we can just go and look into the market, and we also finish for the market. Just go here to the market, and so let's see what the market have. The market has title, slug, logo, URL, I guess it must be logo, URL, yes, and then description. Let's just take these others, we take them to the market. Okay, so just go to schema, and let's move to, and you can just copy these two. Okay, and I think it has also a description, so just read the way these ones are here, just copy them and bring them to the market. So the market has title, and this one has, it is not unique. And then down here, add these three. We have the slug, which is actually unique. We have logo, URL, so this one is logo, URL, and then we have description, and then we have these categories, and then we also have these dates, the created art and the updated art. So this is now a complete market module. It has these first ones, and then it has these category IDs, and these category IDs, we are getting them where is the markets? We're just getting them here. I don't know if we are adding them anywhere. Let's see. Okay, so we have them somewhere. Text in, okay. Let me see. Oh, we should add the, I think the, let's just go to markets first, and we see. Let's create a new market. It has a title, it has the logo, description, and all this. And by the way, if you wanted, you could only show them on the edit, but I'm just going to put here someone to select multiple categories. So I'm just going to copy exactly what was this side. I think we have already even deleted it. I can just bring it back. I think it was here. Just copy this. I'm just going to cut this. Okay, just go to the markets somewhere here. After putting the market title, we can just put this. Okay, save and just bring this in. Just going to bring this select. Okay, so here's going to be select categories. So you have to select which categories to add in. So you can see here, select categories. Okay, and then here we're just going to call them category IDs, and we have to pass in the options and multiple true. So the options should be categories. So on top there, just going to say const categories is going to be equal to an array of categories, maybe having the ID. Okay, having the ID and also here the title. I think that are the two things we need. So here I just say category 1. Okay, just duplicate this. Okay, just have 2, category 2, 3 here, and category 3 here. So we have these categories and we can pass them as the options here. Just pass them here as the options categories. Okay, so if we just go back now, let's just go back. So now we have this, and we can just adjust this to have a class list, a class name of width is full, so that they are side by side. I want these ones to be here. Okay, so someone can put the title and can press shift and they can select multiple categories. Okay, we can have multiple categories under the new market. Okay, so now we have these, the logo, the description, and the status. Cool. Okay, so we have everything now the way we want. Okay, I'm just going to go one more time to this schema. Okay, we have these in the market. We have a title, slag, logo, description, and we have these category IDs. We have the categories, and then we have these ones. Then just work on the product very fast. So if we just go to the product, okay, just go to the product. Okay, so here the product, of course, it has this and I don't think these will have barcodes, but they just maybe leave it there, the barcode. But according that they are groceries, I'm not sure if groceries have barcodes, but for the purposes of consistency, just leave them the barcodes there. We have the price, so we have here the farmer who is uploading this, and then we have also the categories, or the category where this where it belongs. Okay, so that one is very cool and has no problem. We have these categories and we have this. Okay, so just going to, we have now only to make the farmer. Okay, we have also to go and create this the with the farmer the way we did this. So just go and add more stuff to this. I'm just going to go back up here to where we have products, we have categories. Now we have these products. Okay, so on the product we can first go up here. I don't know if we listed them anywhere, so I'm just going to go and by the way, we did not add status. There is one thing here. Where is it in this? Before we forget, they all have status. Okay, even including these ones, the coupon, they all have status. I'm just going to go down here and add status. I think we called it if we called it is active. Let me just go for a second back to them. Just a second. If you just go to this coupon, there is where we have this is active. Okay, so we have is active and we had not included here is active. We had not included is active, so just going to add it to the schema. Here is active, and this one is a boolean. Okay, now we could give it the default, but we are very sure it must come. So when you add it there, let's make sure we are also adding it in the API. Okay, just coupons route. Let's make sure here in this we are receiving it here, and we're also adding it here. Otherwise, it will give us errors. Okay, so that's great. And now let's do the same thing to the banners. I think the banners they also have is active. Let me just go and see. So if you just go banners, you can see here we have also is active. So we must have this because it's coming on it, and we had not indicated it. We had it here actually. Let's go to the API and see API banners route. Okay, so for it is active, is coming along. We have title, link, image, and is active. Good. So this one is here, is there. Let's go also, we add it in the schema. So we have it here, and let's go on. Okay, so for it we have it there, is active in the schema, and just going to do the same thing to all of them. They have this is active, and we have to confirm the one we have used it. Just always cross check, otherwise you will have, we are going to have errors. This is the categories new. So for the categories we have also, I think is active. Yes, we have is active. Okay, we have it as is active. So you can see it here. We can just go back to the schema and we can just simply copy this. Okay, and then just bring it down here, and you can just specify it here is active as just boolean, just like that. Okay, and then when you add it here, you must make sure that all these ones you are having here, they are being reflected in the you can just copy all of these ones. You must make sure that all these ones are reflected in your if I copy these ones and I go to this side of the API, so we have API categories, and here first of all you can see we are receiving all of them except that we don't have is active. Let me paste these ones on top here. So we have the title. I will be removing one by one. Then we have the slug, which is unique. We are going to look at that. Okay, the slug is unique. And then we have image URL, I remove it. Then we have description, I remove it. And then of course we have also boolean. So this one is one you don't have. Just going to cut this and put it here is active. So these ones just remove them just like that. So now we have this one, and we should also put this one down here. Okay, just like so. Yeah, so this is now the complete one, new category. So just go back to this side, make sure everything is all right. Okay, now of course these market IDs, the products and the market IDs, I think these ones are optional. Okay, then we go to the market. We also have to also indicate is active. Okay, so just here I'm just going to copy this is active, and we can also put it here on the market. Okay, and then this okay, it's okay. So market, it has the title, this and this. We should also copy these ones, and we go and confirm in the market. So just go to the API and the markets route, and let's confirm. Okay, just paste these ones here, and let's remove one by one. Title is there, the slug is unique is there. We have logo URL, that one is okay. We have the description, and then we have is active, which was not there. So cut this and let's add it at the end here and also here. Okay, so just remove this. Okay, so we have also the market. Okay, now let's now descend to the product. Okay, so down here we have the product. Now let's bring all the things for the product. So just go back to the product. Let me just close all some of these ones, and let's look for the product. Scroll up here, and we have products just like that. Okay, and then so we have here the farmers. So the same relationship we have these with the farmers. I'm just going to quickly do that. So as you can see here, we have this for the farmer. So you're going to have the farmer ID, so you can duplicate these ones just like that, and just name this one to be farmer. Okay, and this one to be farmer ID. Okay, farmer ID. And of course here just going to go ahead and say it is of. So just create a new model very fast. So down here I'm just going to say model market, and then this market, we can first give it an ID for the beginning and the title. Okay, just copy these two to act as for the start. Just add them here. Okay, so now we can just come down here and we say that the product has belongs to a farmer. Okay, now we are not going to complicate this. Just going to say a product can belong to a certain farmer. Okay, and then so here I'm just going to say so here is of the farmer. Did I just name this one? market. This one's supposed to be farmer. So just come here. This is of the farmer. Okay, so this is of this farmer. I don't know the spelling of farmer. So this has a farmer, and the relationship here is farmer ID. So this one is the farmer ID. Okay, and the only thing we just have to do is that this farmer can have multiple products, and this one is going to be of product, as simple as that. And this one is an array, so you should now have no errors. Okay, they just have this like that, so there is no any problem right now, because a farmer has multiple products, and each product can belong to a single farmer. So you can just see here, so we have the farmer of relation farmer, and the farmer ID in the farmer references this farmer ID in this, it references to the ID in the farmer model, which is this one. Okay, so that is great. Let's just go and add in the product. Let's add another thing. So first we have this one. It is not unique. What is unique is the slug. So I'm just going to come here and I add a slug, which should be the one that is unique. Now, why we don't want the slug, why we want the slugger to be unique is that we don't want to create the same product in the database. If it already exists, it shouldn't be there. That's why we make the slug to be. We don't want to find a scenario where we have two similar products in our database. It will cause a conflict and cause bugs that we might not understand. That's why we are putting this slug to be unique. Then others, we have, let's just go and get more fields from the product side. Okay, so we have, let's just go here and we see we have, of course, the image, we have the description. So you have title, SKU, barcode. Okay, so all these ones are strings. Let me just go here, and I'm just going to first go back actually to this, to the API. I think we can just see them from the API side. Here we have all these ones here. The way we have them here, I'm just going to copy them. We have already seen this. Okay, so just go back to the schema here, scroll down to the product, which is here. Okay, so we have all these ones. So we have description. Okay, we have the description, which we actually already have here. Description and is a string. Okay, remove that. Then we have the image. So when you see the image, okay, it is just this image URL. I just copy these, all these ones here. Okay, just add all these here. So you have the slug, image URL description is active, and I don't think here we, in the API we have is active. Okay, here we don't seem to have. Okay, it is all on this product data, so we shall send it from there. So the schema, we can just go and see other things. We have already the image. Okay, and then we have the SKU. So just bring it here. It is a string. Okay, just add it there. We have the barcode, which is also a string. we have the product price. Now this can be a float. Okay, we can define this as a float. Then we have the sale price, which should also be a float. Then we have category ID. I think that one we have already sorted. And the farmers. Okay. Now we have the tags, which are an array. Okay. We have tags here. Which is an array of strings. I think we can just say strings, just like that. So tags is an array of strings, just like that. Okay, so done. I guess we can have here this, and we have all the things done, I guess. So you have the product has all this. Let's go one more time. We go through all of them. And who is this? This is the farmer. We're just going to go to the farmer yet in a second, but let's see the product. We see if everything is there. Barcode, the price, sale price, category ID, the farmer ID, image URL. We have the tags, and we named them as tags, I guess. And then we have this description. We have is active, so we can confirm also with active is here. Okay, so I think the product is done. We can just move to the farmer. Okay, so the farmer, we can just go now to this farmer, and we can start with the API. If you go to the farmer first here, okay, if you go to the farmer, let's see, they has the name. We have the phone, we have the email, physical address, and I think we also have is active, don't we? Have is active. I think we should also have the farmer as is active. You can see here we have is active, but seems we are not having anywhere the toggle. Okay, it is here. Is active. Okay, so just go and check in the API. So are we receiving all this data in the API? So just go to the API, and guys, try to follow, try to understand. If you don't understand, please ask in the description. I've seen a lot of guys, and that's why I started even the YouTube channel to be somehow different. Don't go quickly to downloading the code, getting the code. Try to understand, try to break this to yourself. Get a book and a pen, and you can be writing. Okay, as I'm teaching, you might just not be like doing the coding along or pausing. If you want, you can pause and do something, but you can have your book and you're writing all these concepts. Then when you finish a part of the video, pause the video and do it on your own. Try to get those errors. I've seen guys, most people just come to me, they tell me they have this SaaS they have built, they tell me they have done this project, but when actually they can't even navigate through the project, you ask them what is this endpoint that is getting the farmers, they don't know. It's not good just like to copy and paste the code. It doesn't matter. It will not make you a developer. What will make you a developer is sitting down, seeing someone how he is coding, and you are busy writing those concepts. Just write them down in your book. Okay, then later on try to do it on your own. Okay, and this will force you to understand. You will have to create the API folder by yourself. Do not say I have understood it, so let me download the code and paste it. It doesn't work like that. You should be able to create a folder by yourself. You should be able, that's what will make you an actual developer. I wanted to put that disclaimer because I've seen guys watching tutorials for years. Okay, you can watch tutorials for years, but what I'm trying to do here is you learn the concept. After learning the concept, try to do it. And that's why I can building systems is just like to give you the ability to see how I would do something. You could even have your idea and you can even share your idea. Okay, in the comment section, for instance, if there is a better way of doing something, you can suggest in the comment section and you say I think we can change this, or we can handle it in this way, or I handled it this way, and I can also look at how you did it. Okay, and my WhatsApp number is there. You can jump in into WhatsApp, and I think we'll soon create a group for the YouTube. I think WhatsApp is more easy. According to what I saw, is that WhatsApp people find WhatsApp very easy to jump in. I might just create a channel specifically for the YouTube guys, and I will also link that link for the channel there. I will have to create the one for the YouTube, and also Telegram. I think we should also create a one for the Telegram for sharing large files or something, but we're just going to do that. Try to do this coding on your own and get those errors. Getting the errors is more important. Okay, and if you have any errors, let me know in the comment section also. So just move on. We just like onto these. I think we're on the farmers. Yeah, I think the farmer here. So we have all these things, and then we do not have is active. So I'm just going to go here and add is active. Okay, and then just copy this, and you can just take it also add it down here. So we have all these things. I'm just going to simply copy them, so you can just have all this here, and just simply go to the schema, to this farmer here where it has the title here. Okay, so we have the code, which is a string. Okay, so we have this code is a string. Just remove this. We have the contact person, which is the name of the person, which is also a string. Okay, just remove this comma, and just remove this space quickly. Just remove them like that, and then we can just also add string to all of them by default. Okay, just remove this, Control D, just like that, like that, like that, and they just remove, add like space, and let me paste the string. So this one is Boolean. Okay, and let me just try to see. I'm just going to try to see here. Most of these are strings actually. Okay, so we have the email string. So others might not be required. You could just add these ones as just like the like we just need the name need to be there, and the email, and maybe the phone. Others can be optional. So if you want to leave any field like not filled in, you can add these ones as optional, but they will be actually, if you just look at the form itself, you see that everything is required. Okay, you can just go and remove the non-required ones, but we add most of them as required. And I think this is, we just need the farmer. We are on the farm right now. Okay, use router is not defined. Let's first visit the farmer. Just go to the farmer new. It is complaining on use router. We don't have it. Use router. Just do like this and get it from Next Navigation. Okay, so we have here the farmer, and like you see, most of these ones are all required. Okay. Did you see that? What's that? Okay. Okay, so we have all these, some of these ones as required, and we just take an example here. If you don't want show required, you can simply pass in down here required false. You can see here is required false to remove that, but for now let's just leave it there, and we can just leave only the notes to be not required. Okay, and even I think the terms, these terms, I'm just going to go and remove that here where we have nodes and then we have terms. I'm just also going to copy this here and put it here. The terms are not required. Okay, so great. We have done also for the farmer, I guess. We have the model for the farmer. I think it is now complete. Just going to add this created at and updated at date. The timestamps are good to have. Okay, so just have this like that. So you can add also some spaces to show. Okay, so this is great, looking great. And you can see you can get the schema from your forms, or you can first even make the schema and then you can get the forms, whichever is easy for you. But just know any form field you have this side has to be represented into the schema. Okay, it has to be represented into the schema, and then here you give the types. Okay, now apart from that, we have to create for others. I think we are remaining with, we have the farmers, and these users, they will be under a user. However much we have this farmer here. Okay, the farmer, we might just have this, as you can see here. It might be just like a farmer's profile. Okay, I'm just like thinking, okay, we might just have to create a user. I think that one will be maybe in the next video, but we might need to modify this to this one to have a user where a farmer is a role. Okay, where a farmer is a role, and then we have a user, and then in that user this one becomes a farmer's profile. Okay, this one becomes a farmer's profile. When a farmer signs up, then we can send them to this form whereby they give us more details about themselves. Okay, we just going to look at that, how we are going to handle that. We're just like handling these the customers, because the customers are normal users. Okay, the customers are normal users. I think I will do that, and when we're just like working on even authentication, like when we are adding authentication in our app, we'll be looking at at that. Okay, so right now I'm just going to add for, we have, and even the staff. Okay, So even the staff, we're just going to, it will be like staff profile, and I'm just going to leave that because of that. Let's just add one for the community. Okay, we already have the community here, and just quickly just look at the community. Just go back here, community page. Okay, it is this page here. It has all these ones, and I guess it also has is active. Yep, so it has all these ones, and you can just go to its API. Let's just go to API, and we're having we call them trainings. Okay, so we have all of them here. Okay, and the good thing that here is active is there, so just going to copy this. Okay, and we can just go and we call it a training. So since we call them trainings, so you can just come here, model. Okay, training, and of course it will have one more thing that we did not put, but it will have one more thing, which will be the user ID. So I'm just going to add all these ones. I can first copy this. Let me just go here, copy these first ones. Okay, up to that point. So just have this. Okay, title. You can remove the title here. We have the slug. We have the image. So just remove this. So we have the category ID. So you see it has a relationship with the category. Okay, so I'm just going to first leave that. Then we have description. Remove description. Then we have who is active. Then we just have that, and you have content, which I'm just going to come here and put as content. Okay, so it has this relationship. I'm just going to go to I'm just going to go here and copy from the product. So exactly the way this is here, it is having a category where it falls. So I'm just going to come down here where I have category ID, add the space, and add this. Now when you add this, automatically it causes you have to go and validate in the and first of all give it also an ID. Before we add other things, just give it an ID. I'm just going to go ahead and add it an ID here. So we have to have this here. It is having a category, so you must go to the categories here. Just simply also duplicate this to trainings. So here just simply add this as trainings, and then here just add training. Okay, I'll just add this as training, and you must make sure that it is the same spelling with here. Okay, so you can see we have no error right now, and we have to confirm. Let me just first confirm on the UI where we have this. Let me community, add a training. Okay, just click on add a training and let's see. Okay, so yeah, we see we have here where we select the category. So fine, that is great. We have all these other anti-titles and all blah blah, the training thumbnail, and then the content, publish your training, which is active here. So the training is well done. Okay, the training is well done, and we have linked it also to the category. Okay, you can see here we have trainings. Okay, now one more thing we have to do. Do we still have any others? No. I think those are like the ones. Now the staff, these staff and customers, these staff, customers and farmers will create one, and like all these ones are going to be different profiles. For instance, we'll have customer profile, we have farmer profile, and we have the staff profile. So they will be just like that. Okay, they will be like that, and each of these ones is a role. For instance, this one can be a role of normal user, role of a farmer, and this is role of a staff member. Okay. Okay, let's just go ahead and now we have to push all these models, and we make sure that we can be able to create content with them in our database. Okay, so the next thing is to push all these ones to the DB. I'm just going to, just in case of anything, I'm just going to first stop these two from running. Control C, stop it. Okay, and I'm just going to push. Okay, I'm just going to say npx. So npx Prisma db push. Okay, npx Prisma db push, and let's just wait and see. Okay, and I think since we're here and we still have some time, I think we should also work upon these. Just wait a minute. Okay, guys, I'm just going to first stop this. I think we can just like work onto the let's just work onto the user. Okay, let's just work onto the user, guys. Okay, I feel like if you're handling the models, let's just handle the models. The focus we have gotten this time, and we have made all these ones. We can just simply add now the one for the user. Now to see the one for the user, because we use the user for the authentication. So if you want to see the good one for the user, I think either we can go to next, or so you can just say next or Prisma, something like that. And it seems I don't have internet. Let me just verify here my internet. Just a second. Let me just work on my internet, guys. Sorry for that. I wonder, we are going to push to Prisma when we don't have internet. Just going to add internet just in a second. Okay, I just add this. Okay, so great. So just go ahead and search this. Okay, so we have this Prisma adapter. Just click on this Prisma adapter. Next, Auth Prisma adapter. Now when you click on this Prisma adapter, somewhere we'll have, I think, the user. Okay, yep. So this is the user we should have. Okay, and I think also if you, there is another place where they have it in the Prisma. I'm not sure. Prisma, when you go to Prisma, I don't know, I think just go to quick start. Okay, and then if you just go to start from scratch, this is where they have that. let's just continue here with MongoDB. Just continue here. Continue here. There is where they have yeah, I think this is where they have a user, something like that. I'm not sure why there is, but this is where they have also that user. Let me first go back here. This is where they have this user here. The good thing here is this is because we are going to add next auth. Okay, we're just going to have next auth. Now we're just going to copy this one. The problem is that they are having let's just copy this one. They are using SQLite. I don't know if I have this schema somewhere. Okay, let me just duplicate my Prisma here, and then I just see if I have that schema for the user, where we can start from. And the authentication, I think authentication is just going to use actually just like simplify this, guys. Just simplify this. So simply just copy, just going to copy just a user. Okay, just have this just this user, a simple one. Okay, I just not going to complicate it. Okay, just copy for the model and quality user. So it has ID string, of which should be like these ones. Just copy to one of these ones. Okay, so just you have this ID. Now just not this one, scroll down to the user here. Okay, so as you can see, the user has a name, email, which should be unique, email verified, image, created art, and this created art. Now you can remove these accounts. Now, as we said, now this is just like going to be any user who is going to use our database. I want you to get clearly the purpose of this user here. So the user, okay, this user is, it can be an admin. An admin is a user. A farmer is a user. A customer who is going to purchase is a user. An agent is a user. All these types of people. Actually, I had a list of them, but this admin, farmer, customer, agent, whoever is using the system is a user. What defines them is a role, and we can define them in a role using something called enum. So you can just say, for instance, enum, and you say user role, something like this, user role. Okay, just like that. And then you can define different roles. For instance, we can have admin. Okay, and then down you can add farmer. Okay, sorry, we can have user, for instance. Down we can add customer. I think the customer is going to be a typical default user, and then all others we are going to have, for instance, farmer. Okay, for now. And then we can add maybe we can have the moderator, and the moderator is like the one who is going to be like a sub admin, like a person who is going to be moderating the whole process. So you can just have, and you can add as many users here as possible. Okay, so by default, so we have this enum, and this enum here defines the roles. Okay, you can just say user role. Now we can just come here and in the user, and we define a role. So you can just say role, and then this role can be of type user role. Okay, it can be of type user role, just like that. And then the good thing is that we can give it, I think, at default. So user role, and I think we can just say at default, and then we can pass in the user. So by default, when you create, I just want to put this so that you can see it, guys. Okay, so this enum, the purpose of this, there is no way you can define in Prisma. You cannot define a list and you put here like at default, and you put something like this. They don't accept it. If you try to do something like this, they cannot accept this. If you see, at default expected enum value but found user. So you can see here they expect to have this as enum value. So if you want to have a set of if you have a set of things to choose from, let's say you have options. Maybe we do not want to create categories. If you wanted to hard code categories, maybe we say we are going to have only 3 categories. So we can just create them in enum, and then we give them the defaults. Okay, so that's the purpose of enum. You can set a list of things you want to be options. Maybe if we are doing gender, so we could do something like enum, and then we say like gender, and then in the gender we have, for instance, male. Okay, and then we have female, and then like maybe we have others, but maybe you have like these 2. So you could just come here and then you say gender. Okay, so you could just say gender, and then you can just say this one is of the gender, maybe something like this, and then you can set it by default. If you don't want, it is not a must to set it by default, but you have a chance to set it the default. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this, and then we have, for instance, role. I'm saying is of user role, and then here just simply select user. So by default, a user is going to have this, okay, as the default, just like that. Okay, cool. Okay, so now moving forward, I'm just also going to remove this one. We don't need it. Okay, so we have the image role. Okay, so how does this one is now fall into place? So instead of where we had the farmer, you will see that now this one can be the farmer profile. Okay, this can be the farmer profile. Now you could choose to remove the ones that are repeating. For instance, if in the user we already have name and email, okay, because this is going to be the farmer's profile, and you're going to see that this profile is going to be related here. Okay, I can just come here, and I'm just going to add into this one, into the user. I'm just going to show you, for example, after this, for instance, this role, just add some space. Or for instance, so I can just have now farmer profile. Okay, just like that, and I can just say it is of farmer's profile. It is of type farmer profile, just like that. So if I add this, okay, I can just add this farmer profile, and then like you can see that here, let me just shift this farmer nearby. Just going to copy this, actually just cut it, and let's move it nearby here so that we can just see properly. Just going to paste it down here. Okay, and I think there is where there is that relationship. So if you just came here, let's just see that properly. I'm just going to search in MongoDB, okay, and just say maybe a one-to-one. Just search here one-to-one. Okay, we have one-to-one relationship. You just see that. Okay, so you can see, for instance, we have the user, okay, and then we have the profile. This is exactly what I was talking about. So we have a user which takes in the profile, okay, and then here we have, for instance, the user, and of course the user ID in this one. Okay, so you can just simply copy this, and then you just go to this farmer's profile. So you can see this farmer profile is of type farmer profile. The only thing it should have is just linked to the user ID. So down here, after this, I'm just going to put this. We have this user ID, and user is of type user, relation field user ID, this, and this one must be cannot be int. Okay, this can't be int, it must be a string. Okay, let's just go and do this. This must be a string. Sorry, must be a string. And then instead of unique, just going to see this here at object ID, just like that. Okay, so this is for the relationship. We have one problem, I don't know where are we having this problem. Okay, where is this coming from? Oh, where we had this product. Now this changes, guys, so this one now becomes user ID. Okay, so this, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, what we have just put down here. I'm just going to copy this, so instead it will be just referencing the user ID. Okay, where is it? So here, instead of the farmer and farmer ID, is going to be user ID. So here, user ID, just like this, and you're saying what, this one, and the relationship we are putting onto this, we are putting on the farmer. So this, okay, just cut that, and let's put it onto this user, just like that. And now we have one problem, which is this. Passing attribute relation, a one-to-one relation must use unique fields on the defining the side either. So here actually is at unique. Okay, unique. Okay, I don't know. Then farmer's profile, so they're saying here the farmer profile field and the user, it must have the same native type. Okay, so string, I think we have to add this object ID. Let me just see. Okay, so now what do we have here? To relation, the relation field farmer on the model user is required. It is no longer valid. It's not possible to enforce this content onto the database level. Please change the field type farmer profile to they are saying that the relation field farmer profile on the model user is required. Okay, this is no longer valid because it's not possible to enforce this constraint onto the database level. Please change the field type from farmer profile to farmer profile. Okay, here, do I need to add this? Yep, I guess that's what we need to add. And let's see, yeah, so there is this profile, there is a question mark onto this one. Okay, and that's like what we have been saying. Get these errors, try to read them. In doing this, you understand what you are doing. So you can see, to recap, we are talking about these two models, the user and this farmer. So what is the relationship? The farmer is a user but is of a different type. Okay, has a different role, as you can hear, is a farmer's role. In a multi-host system, whereby you have, for instance, a school management system, we can also have, for instance, in a school management system, for example, you can have whereby you have a number of users. You have like the administrator, you have a teacher, you have a parent, and then you have a student. Okay, so all these can be users. Okay, all these can be users of the system. Okay, all these ones can be users of a system, but they have different roles. For instance, this is a role admin, role teacher, role parent, role student. So if you want them to update, for instance, their information, we could just say all of them, we give them profile. I think we can also just actually do that. The problem is, one, that the farmer's profile is not the same as, for instance, the teacher's profile. What you want teachers to update on their profile is different from the parent profile and the student profile. That's why we have to create a farmer's profile, a normal user profile, and so on and so forth, just like that. Okay, so when they do the onboarding, after they have registered, they can go ahead and then they look at the profiles. Okay, so we'll be saying we'll fetch this according to the profiles. You can see they have these profiles. Okay, so for instance, the normal user, we are just going to give them this normal profile. Okay, so this normal profile is for just like a customer here. Okay, and by the way, so we're just going to have like this as a profile, and we could just call this one customer profile. Okay, but since the customer, we are defining him as a first level user, or the first class citizens, like the first level users are the customers, we are going to simply use a normal user, to take him as a customer, and then others we can create them for the different ones. Okay, so now for this, there's one thing I want to fix in these farmers. I think is the farmer's photo. I think under the stuff, under this, the farmers can upload their photos. Okay, and if you just look under farmer's profile, there's nowhere we have the image. I'm just going to add here the profile image. Okay, just going to add the profile image. So I'm just going to say profile image URL or image. Just going to call it image URL. So I'm just going to add it here on the strings. Okay, I'm just going to add it here. So you should have like the profile image. So we'll say here, we just even name it like profile image URL, just like that, and the string. And if you just add it here, that means it must be, now it should be also coming from, so we'll have to go to this API farmers. Okay, and this one is going to be like farmers profile, but they just leave it like that. For now, we'll have to get the one for users in a second. Okay, so just go ahead and add one more thing. I'm just going to add this. I'm just going to add the profile. I'm just going to add the profile image. So make sure you have add this. Okay, and I'm just going to go, before I forget, I go to this side, farmers, and I'm just going to add the image, and you can just copy this image from the market where we have this image input, and you're just going to update it in a second. Okay, so copy this and go to the farmers, and we might even have to change this to farmer profile. Okay, just go and just here, text input. Yes, we have all these just about the end. Before the notes and the terms, let's add the image here and import this. And now this is going to be, the label is going to be farmer profile photo, so farmer profile image, and this one is going to be farmer profile image, farmer profile. Okay, so just copy this farmer profile, just go copy this, and let's go to the API core. So under API upload thing, then core, just simply duplicate one of these ones, and let me just get this from here, farmer profile, just add it here. Okay, farmer profile, now it has its own, and it's also 1 MB. That's cool, so we have it there. So the profile will have that. Okay, and we might to make a number of changes. Okay, might just need to make a number of changes, but right now just first leave everything here the way it is. Go back to this side, so we have the farmer profile right now working. Now we can just make the normal profile for the normal user. Okay, We can have a normal profile for the normal user, and normally what you could just add, or we could just even I think leave it on this, because we have the image, and I think we could just like add other things like phone number, address, and what kind of stuff. Okay, we just add them onto this profile. But I think I just right now leave it, because when we come to the shipping address and what kind of stuff, we're just going to add that profile at that point. Right now, just stick with the farmer's profile. Okay, and if you just want, like, even you can have admin profile. As you can see, we can have farmer's profile, moderator profile, and even user profile and admin profile. But they just stick it to right now we only have the farmers profile, because farmers are very important to the system. They will be the ones to set up the markets, so we just actually need information about them. So that's why we just like have to do this. When they sign up, we have to take them to the onboarding form, whereby they can update the information. Okay, so far right now we have that. The only thing I'm just going to make, I think, is we can just make where we have these two models. If you go back to our system, there is where we have staff members. Okay, there is where we have staff, and then there is where we have the customers. Okay, so we could just like just leave these two. For instance, if a person wanted to add a staff member and they wanted to add like a customer, we can just leave them. But just know that these ones will be like the profiles. When they sign up in the first place, they are signed up under users. Then here you can update their profiles. Okay, so that's great. We have that in place. Okay. So what next? I think the next thing is now to push this. Okay. The next is to push this to, and on the sign up there will be no image. Okay, there will be no image, and this one is, we can just leave it here, the image, but really the image is going to be on the profile. Okay, the image is going to be on the profile, where they can update their profile, they upload the images, blah blah, and what kind of stuff. So this you can just remove it from here. Okay, because when they sign up, they will not upload the image. The image is going to be on their profiles. Okay. Of course, we'll add other things in the future, for instance, like orders and blah blah, but right now you just keep it just to this level. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and push this. Okay, I'm just going to push this. So I'm just going to say npx Prisma DB push, npx Prisma DB push. And if you need to take time, you can just like rewind this, rewatch it. If you have any questions, do we have internet, guys? First confirm yes. And what error do we have here? npm, okay, it is supposed to be npx Prisma DB push. Okay, it's not Prisma. So just going to extend this. I was saying, if you need to rewatch or to rewind this video, you can rewind. If you have any questions, you can just put them in the you can put the questions in the comment section. Okay, you can put these in the comment section, and then I try to brainstorm with you or you can just like ask a question on WhatsApp. And I'm just going to create a WhatsApp group specifically for the YouTube, so that we can just have a discussion in there. If you have issues, you can post and other guys can help you. I think that would be the best thing to do. I think after this video I'll create the WhatsApp group for the YouTubers. Okay, it has done. Now can you say npm run dev. Now after this, we just have to start working on pushing all this data, starting to create, see if we can create things in the database. Okay, and I'm just going also to start a new terminal for the Prisma Studio. Okay, I'm just going to say npx Prisma Studio, npx Prisma Studio, just like that. npx Prisma Studio. Okay, so this one is starting the server at this localhost, and it has opened. I can bring it nearby here. Okay, I think we already have some things in the coupons and others we created last time. Yep, so you can see recently opened, we had this banner and the coupons. I think these ones, they have some data. We have some errors here. Okay, so you can have like the banners. You can see we have all these banners. I don't know why coupons are not fetching. You can just look at this. Error converting feed is active of expected variable type font in. Oh, okay, so we have this. We have to, because this one they had I don't know what has it done for the banners. Did we update the banners? Okay, so it has this is active. We had already considered it. The coupons, we might just have to delete all of them because they did not have the boolean is active. This one we had not considered it at that point. Okay, so I'm just going to go to MongoDB. I can just go see MongoDB, and I'm just going to log in to my account. Okay, simply log into your account. And I'm just going to go and delete. I'm just going to go ahead and delete the previous coupons we had created. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and delete the, so just click on this database. Okay, and then you can just say click on browse corrections. Okay, and then we have these coupons. There are 5. We can just go ahead and delete all of them. Now the problem, there is nowhere we can select all of them. Just simply, I'm just going to delete them. I'm just going to delete all these ones. can we delete like all of them at once? But I just delete one by one and they are done. Okay, so we don't have, so right now if we come back to our Prisma and run again, just going to dismiss, try to run again. Now they should just have 0 rows. There is nothing in the database about the coupons. And let's start by creating a coupon actually. So just go to catalog and let's create a coupon. Okay, just click on coupons. Let's go ahead and create a coupon, and let's make sure we are running. Okay, it's trying to compile here, so just give it a second. Compiling dashboard coupons. Let's just give it a second and wait and see. As I've said, if you need to rewind the video and watch again, it is necessary you pause, rewind, ask questions. Okay, as you can see, even it was not straightforward, and I do the whole brainstorming with you guys here live. So we do the brainstorming and you see how I'm just like reading the documentation, doing this whole thing to make sure that the things work. And the database keeps on changing as you add in more things, they keep on changing. Okay, and you have to know that's how it works, because you can't have all things figured out in the first place. As you move on with the product, whether it is a SaaS product or whether it is what, as you move on, more new things come up. People add in more preferences, they ask for more features. Any features you add means changing in database and changing in many things. So trust the process, that's how it works. I'm just going to create the first one, which is our Black Friday. And then the date, I think I could just like give it a random date, and then this one just give it Black Friday, and I just try to create, and they just see, wait and see. Okay, new coupon created. It brings us this side. Create another one. Okay, so I'm just going to go here and create another one, which is just like Christmas bonanza. Just going to say Xmas bonanza, just like that. The month is December 25th 2023. Just create. Okay, so now it is faster. You can have the third one. I just have information to work with, and this one just going to simply create a random one. Just create it just like New Year campaign. Okay, just create this. Okay, so we have 3 of them. Now if you just go back here and let's refresh under the coupons. Okay, so you can see them here. Now we could just go ahead and have to fetch them. Okay, we can just quickly fetch them. If you just go back to API coupons, and we have this. So we have this async, and we can just go ahead and also create another one, export async function, async function get. So this one is just for getting the getting the data. Okay, and I'm just going to say here try catch. Try catch. I don't know if this one is in the try catch. Yep. Okay, so in the try catch, of course here just going to copy this part of the catch, this, and let me just put it here. This is going to be fail to fetch coupon, and then here I'm just going to say const coupons. Okay, const coupons is equal to await, okay, db dot coupons dot find many, okay, find many, just like that. So you could just have that, and then after getting the coupons, you could just go ahead and console the coupons, but we can return the coupons. So return a next response dot JSON, okay, and we could just return the coupons, okay, just like that. So as easy as that, you can just go ahead and also console the coupons. But if you wanted to see this, we can just go to the browser, or you could just use you could just go and use like the Postman. But right now, let's just test this. I'm just going to duplicate this, and I'm just going to say API stroke coupons, okay, just like that. API stroke coupons. Let's see if we have any errors. Fail to fetch the coupons. We can just also go here and we see what is the problem of an undefined find many. Just see here. Let's just check in the gate here. Is it coupons? Coupon, I think it's coupon here. So it is db.coupon. Okay, just move down here. So this is db.coupon.find many. Then we save them in the coupons. Okay, yep. So right now we have an array of all the coupons. Okay, you can see the coupons Black Friday, we have them here, all this kind of stuff. So at least we have these ones working. Okay, we have this working, and whichever we're just going to work on, let's go to this, the banners. So just going to appear on the banners. Let's also give it the gate. So just give it this gate of getting all the banners. So you just here banners. Okay, and remember that this is on the banner. So this is db.banner.find many, and what you return are the banners. Okay, and then here fetch banner, just like that. And let's go and see the banners. We can create one more banner to confirm everything is working as expected. We cannot assume. Let's just create one banner one more time. I'm just going to see here I don't know which banners we already have. API banners. I just look at this, and we have here the banners. We have the Black Friday and all these fruits and vegetables. Okay, just say here crazy deals. Okay, I'm just going to create this one, crazy deals. Okay, and I'm just going to open here the link. Which link we had our, just go back to this one. we had our links on top here. I'm just going to go, we have this Instacart, and then we had also this one of the Sprouts, this one. Still verifying. Let's get the one here. I'm just going to put this one. Any link can work. Just here banner link, and then let me upload the image. Okay, I'm just going to upload any image here. It doesn't matter. Scroll down, and someone was asking me about this the file upload. Like there were two questions I think I read in the comment section about this the upload thing image. So the first question was, do we have to first upload? Why do we need to first upload? Like he wants to add the image and then he clicks on the create button. Like, why doesn't it upload on the on submit? Okay, so the first thing, how they created the upload thing, they created it in a format or in a way that, so they created this in a way that if they create it as an endpoint. That's why it is an S3 bucket endpoint. Like, you have to first upload, and the image can fail to upload or it can upload. So we cannot wait to submit two requests at the same time, because this button here submits a request to an endpoint also, and then also this image upload is to another endpoint. So we cannot send all these requests at the same time. We first send one. If it goes through, the image is uploaded successfully, then it gives us back the image, and then we can go ahead and now create like this banner the way we did like this. Okay, so great. So the banner can create, and then we can go ahead also get here these. Okay, and by the way, you could just also go ahead and also do this, get them by, like, we could just go, if you go to find many, and this is like the cool part of researching the documentation. Okay, don't just like go, we just take this as a learning session. Okay, so if you're just going to find many, let's just find this find many method. Find many, it takes in a couple of props. For instance, it has include. So find many method, API reference. Let's click on find many method. And doing so, by the way, traversing through this, traversing through all this, the documentation, you keep on like more understanding. Okay, you can see options. Okay, it has all these options. They select, for instance, you can even select the ones, you can specify which properties to include on the returned object. For instance, if there's fields you do not want to return, you can simply do not return it, and that one can tremendously improve the performance. Okay, there is include. If it has relationships, it has where, order by. For instance, you can just order by something, and I want to just go down here. I think they show you some of these things, how to use them. They have the create method. I wanted to see one thing, which was this order by, and they tell you here enumerator post order by. They had this. I wanted to see this order by actually. Let me just like try to put here order by. Okay, So this, they just see order by. Okay, so you have a user, I said we clicked on order by. Really? Order by. It is taking long. I don't know if it is my internet. Okay, I'm not sure if it is my internet. I think sorting lists. I think it is supposed. I just want to show you that you can pass in the I don't know what is this. I think we could just come here. I think we could just apply it on this. Find many, and you can just pass in an object, and you can just say order by. Okay, order by as an object, and then you can pass in, for instance, an argument. For instance, we have we can order by created art. Okay, there is created art. Okay, and then I don't know, you could just see, for instance, descending. I don't know if it is desk, just like that, descending. I always have issues by my spellings, but just go and check. We can just go here on the fetching, and we see the banners. So we created this first. This crazy deals should come on top. They just refresh. Okay, so this the stuff I wrote was also crazy. They couldn't cannot read the properties, find many. And that is for this one I've written created. This is created art. Let's just try one more time. Okay, so you can see now the crazy deals comes on top, so they are ordering. You pass the order by, you pass in this, and then you can just like pass in this, but I wanted to show it in the documentation, and unfortunately it was taking long. But you can just like go and search in the documentation some of these things, and you see how they have used it, and try them. Okay, just like this, it can add something, and you're just going to, most of them do that. Just going to pass this object, since all of them they have the order by. Just go like on the coupons, and I'm just going to pass this. Okay, just like that, and we also have now the coupons, and we get the latest coupons. So if we just go to the coupons, okay, coupons, just like that, we see the new campaign is on top now. Okay, so just go ahead and now let's create another thing, and let's try creating a category. Okay, let's try creating a category, and I don't think we have this one set up. So just go ahead and set that up. For the category, since we have a new category here, I'm just going to come down here and I say const category. Okay, you can say const category is equal to await db dot create db dot category dot create, and then the create method takes in this, and we can see passing data, and then we can pass in new category. Okay, we can pass in new category just like that. New category, just like that. So you can just like define, if you wanted, you could just bring all these ones down here, or you can just like define them like on this. Sometimes it can just be like a wastage of time to pass in the other one, just like that. You just come here and you pass in this object directly onto here, like whatever you like is what you can do. You can also just do it like this. I don't know if it reduces on the amount of code. Okay, you say new category is await db category create, and then we are creating just like that, and then we have this, and we can also go ahead and add the one to show us the categories. Okay, my machine is freezing. Okay, we have this new category, we are returning this category. I just want to put the gate. Simply just come here and copy this gate. Okay, just go to this, and after creating, we can also fetch all those categories. So you can just come here on categories. Here is db category, and since we also have created art, we can just come and do that, and then here we just return categories, and then we have this fail to fetch category. Now on creating the category, there is one more thing we have to check, and this is like to check the slug. So you can see here we have a slug. Now if we create for the first time, it will work, but if you create the second time, as we said that in our schema, that if you remember the category here, you remember that the category has a slug, and this slug is unique. So to capture that is that if you just go to this category, and if you are creating here, you have to first say const existing, first find if this is an existing category, and if you just say it is await db dot category dot find unique. So there is this method called find unique, or you could just also use find first. There is find unique, and then in the find unique you can put in where, and then in the where we can specify the slug. So we want to find if there is any category with this slug. So there's this slug we are getting here. we want to find, is there any category with this slug already in the database? So if existing, okay, if there is anything returned, if existing, okay, if the category is existing, then we want to actually return. Okay, so just want to return next response dot JSON. So the first thing we want to return is that we want to return, we could just return data as null, and then we can also just have the message. Okay, we can have a message. Okay, and the message you can just say category already existing. Okay, category already exists. Okay, as the message, and then we can, the most importantly is the status code. So we can also put the status, and we say that the status is 409, and 409 is meaning that this is a conflict in the database. Okay, so this one is if this exists, and then we can return, we stop the whole process and we return here. Okay, others you can even throw an error. Okay, but we simply return this, and now we can just get the status in our response, and we start check for this, and then we can be able to get this. Okay, otherwise it will continue. Now it will create this, it will just create the new category and everything. Okay, that's the only thing we are trying to do. Let's go ahead and try to create a category and see if everything actually works the way we want. Okay, remember this is like I've not pre-done this. Everything we do it on screen so that if I get errors, you guys can have a chance to see them. So yeah, starts with some of these categories. I'm just going to check onto these ones. Let's go here. So for instance, we have vegetables, we have fresh fruits, we have meat, and is this the home page? Just go back to the shop, and we can just see the categories we have. Okay, so we have vegetables, we have fruits, meat, and all kind of fancy things. Let's start with vegetables. We download its image, save image. Okay, I'm just going to create some of these categories. So these are vegs. Okay, we have vegetables, then we have fresh fruits, save. Okay, okay, fresh fruits, save this. We can have meat. Okay, so just have these only those three. So the first one we have vegetables, vegetables description, these vegetables, e.g. tomatoes, and like in the future you can add in AI to generate, it looks at this title and generates the description. That's why you can add like here, generate with AI. If you want, by the way, to add that feature, you can comment and we can try to get an API for doing that, from maybe Rapid API or something. I just upload the image for this. So these are vegetables, just add this image, upload. Okay, okay, image uploaded successfully, active. Let's create. something went wrong, and let's go ahead and read. Okay, cannot read of an undefined find method. No, that is the previous error. Okay, there is this API banners. Okay, so there is this find many invocation argument. Did you mean created that is for the previous also. Scroll down, reference. Okay, DB is not defined, okay, on these categories. So just read your errors. I know you guys, if you are following, you are getting errors. Please follow your errors, okay? Just have the error, just try to figure out that error, and that's how you can learn. Now on this one, we had not done the test, so we have to get this DB from the libs. Okay, so I think that's it. Is there anything else? And the errors, you can see they guide you. The errors for this are really guiding sometimes. Others, of course, can be confusing, but this one seems like to be guiding. Okay, and unfortunately, you have to upload another image. Okay, just upload the image for the vegetables. Upload. Okay, just create a category. New category created. The only problem, it did not redirect, so let's just go and see why it did not redirect. So under categories, and that's how you'll be troubleshooting your app. Okay, why did not do this? And then let's first check. For instance, we don't have the redirect function passed in here. Okay, remember when we had in these banners, if you remember here in the banners, they just go banner new. You remember we had this. Now you can, after reset, you pass in the redirect function, and the redirect function, we defined it here. Okay, so I'm just going to copy these two lines, just bring to categories. Here on the categories new. So on top here, I'm just going to add this function. Okay, for redirecting, first get to use router from router navigation, next navigation. We have this function redirect, and then pass this function. After the reset, just pass the redirect function. Okay, so let's just create another category. Now we have many categories we saw here. Another one now is fresh fruits. Let's go ahead and create another category. Create fresh fruits, and these fresh fruits, these are fresh fruits. Okay, just upload the image. This is fresh fruits. Upload the image. Okay, and then create category. And another person was asking me about, and it is also not redirect. Did we pass where to redirect this? First of all, let's categories. I don't know if this worked. Redirect API categories, category reset, redirect, make post request. we have redirect. After everything is okay, we are supposed to run the redirect function. Let's create the third one, which is meet. I'm just going to see here meet, and you're just going to say meet category description. Okay, and let's go to the image, upload the image for the meet, upload. Someone else was asking me how to customize this upload. They, as I've said, like there were two questions. One was asking me why can't we upload the image on submit. I've explained that according to the upload thing, how they handled that is that you upload. I think even Cloudinary, when we used Cloudinary, we did the same thing. You had to first upload the image. When it comes back, you would have to first upload before you click on the submit. So even this one, you first upload the image. When they are uploaded, then we can now click here. I think if there was a way of abstracting this API, of course you would put it onto this function here, the onSubmit function, so that it first runs and blah blah. But me, I think this one is more cool because you actually know if the image has uploaded or not. Okay, so just go to the category. Okay, now the redirecting is not working up to now. I don't know why. Okay, let's first go and see if we are fetching all the categories. Okay, we have all the categories, and for sure I'm not sure why our redirect is not working according to how everything is here. Okay, router is defined very well. Okay, on submit we pass the redirect. I don't know why on Auth is not redirecting. I will not just mind about that right now. I'm just going to go ahead to something else, and let's go to creating markets, because on the market we need, if we are going to create the product, we need the, I think, the farmer. I don't know, it will be also tricky. They just create for the new what. What can we create? We have created the categories. Now we cannot create the products because actually we have to work on the farmers. Okay, now the question is, when we create this farmer here, because under circumstances a farmer is not supposed to be updated. This one is supposed to update this form here we are seeing here is supposed to also create a new farmer and at the same time update. Okay, where is this? Because you can see here there is no password, and is this one we have? Phone, email. Yeah, you can see we don't have like the password and what kind of stuff. Okay, but we can first create this one, but supposed to be using the user model. Okay, it's supposed to be using the user model to create a new farmer, because if you think about it, you are creating a user but with this profile. Okay, I think we're just going to leave it at that. We could just go ahead and create maybe like a blog or something, but I feel like we have done a lot, and even me, I'm feeling right now somehow exhausted. I think we're just going to pause onto this right now, then we will resume in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you have not subscribed, please remember to subscribe and also to share this content with others. I'm so grateful for what you have done. On the front end, where we have to put, you can sign up for the course. I will leave the link. I will leave the link in the description, and you can also suggest your own project ideas. I will also look at those projects and we can start working on them. And some of those projects are the ones we are going to work on the course. If you want a specific project and you really want it so badly and you want it to be included in the course, you can actually just suggest it in the description and I will include it in the upcoming course. Thank you so much for what you subscribing and watching this content. I'm so much grateful. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode.